This Jean-Pierre lady at the presidential press conference this week was pressed on the Hunter Biden story. It was so disappointing, not because she didn't give them the answer they wanted, but because she didn't give them any answer at all. It points to the idea of the breakdown of the relationship model. They just dole it out and we have to swallow it. But I glance at the recent New York Times, we see headlines saying that corruption will be the most prominent topic in the 2024 race, and how globalization it just didn't work. Also, how the Titanic didn't actually sink, and that Harrison Ford is now 80. For anyone who's not been paying attention, the times, well, they are changing, and someone really needs to tell the Jean-Pierre lady that it's time to answer the question. Welcome, welcome to Conservative Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. At Conservative Coffee Hour, we're looking beyond all the lies to see what's really going on. Just eating up all the lies served most of us pretty good for a long time, but it's obvious to more and more people that it's just not working anymore. Being the rugged individual and doing our own thing, well, that was good too, but it only took us so far. It's time to come in for a landing. The family traditionally has been the model for being in relationship. In a relationship, there's a give and a take. Not everyone gets everything they want all the time. And there's a maturity and understanding in accepting that. It's how we grow and learn individually and as a nation. But we didn't hear that from the Jean-Pierre lady. And that's because the administrative state is not interested in being in relationship. They're only interested in dictating, and that will never do. And because of this, we're hearing more and more voices across the spectrum saying just that it's all bullshit. We have Robert Kennedy Jr., Marianne Williamson, Tulsi Gabbard, Bill Maher, Ted Cruz, and of course, Donald Trump. Previously, we had Bernie Sanders essentially saying the same thing before he was silenced. So in this, we see more than hope. We are seeing resolve. And the red wave that supposedly didn't happen, well, it's playing out now with long dormant investigations now moving forward. In all this, we've been led to believe that being divided it's a bad thing. But as we hear more and more voices, we see that divided means there's a conversation going on, and that's a good thing. That's the whole point. If we if we understand that we all don't want the same thing all the time, it provides an opportunity that's healthy and natural to have a conversation, to have questions and to give answers as part of the process for good and for bad. Diversity would naturally mean we're all different, and difference of opinions oftentimes leads to conflict. To silence all that would mean mob rule. How do we ever get the idea that diversity and the pursuit of happiness meant we're all the same? Diversity can often mean division, and division can be an opportunity for conversation. And where there's conversation, there's freedom. The example of Jean-Pierre is especially disappointing. In the Bible, it says that even evil people can give good gifts, but not Jean-Pierre. She's asked a question and she can't give anything. She can't give even an answer. The question about Hunter and Joe Biden, was easy to answer. The president has said he's not involved in his son's business. All Jean-Pierre had to do was repeat that. Everyone has his own life and is responsible for his own affairs. No one is responsible for someone else. What's so hard to understand about that? Plus, it's essentially true. The reporter's question was, in essence, a bullshit question. And that's what reporters do. They look for a story, not necessarily the truth. Jean-Pierre had an opportunity to speak reason and perhaps even truth in that moment, but she chose to do neither. And that's the most telling thing of all. And in fact, it's the real story. If you would like to join us at Conservative Coffee Hour is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.